Good. Alright. I had a nap. Now I'm ready.
Did you need something?
That all of you. I covered you. Oh, right. I read a note and someone wanted to see me as soon as possible. I thought you'll see what that is. Actually, I think it will be a little bit easier if I do this. Sakuliera Machulu. I believe I wanted to go to right here.
They can't hurt Uncle Bob here. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions.
Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
Traitor!
Traitor!
You betrayed us! Uncle's son betrayed his high king. Best you know now.
All
Rogver, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrik. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude. He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder. Those liars. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords.
They can't really do this, can they? I don't know.
This day, I go to Sovngarde.
Right. You. Just alcohol notes to back in combat and die.
Yes?
That's wrong. The purpose of all things is to die.
Citizen?
Wait,
Good for business, and business is good for Skyrim.
I need help in my reputation.
That's so.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Halfengar's people will always be safe under your eminence. My strongly suggest nothing.
If that's what you want.
Dragonwood is under imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for.
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I sent to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Lady Alison. What about the cave? I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Aldous. Rest easy. You're dismissed.
Sure thing. If you say so. If that's what you want. Sure thing. I hope you've got some coin. If that's what you want. You'll need a little more coin than what you're floating. Seems your purse is lighter than you thought. If you say so. Good. We've wasted enough time here.
Now I can get back to what I wanted to do. So all you aren't little curious why I did that. I'm gonna break it out here, but my father has broken the Jedi code by mating with another woman. So I represent the sin that my father created. Now back to roleplay. I hate it. The people there are disgusting.
Take care if you're venturing too far from town. It's a bit of wind.
Here, I'd like you to have this as a token of my friendship. Here, I'd like you to have this as a token of my friendship. You can see me?
Yes?
Confound it all, I was quite sure I was invisible. Or at least transparent.
When else are you guys living guys?
It's quite a difficult question. Never underestimate the ability to influence others. Whether they're friends or foes, they're almost all susceptible to illusion spells. They can turn the tide of a battle in a moment's notice. There are also spells that help in avoiding conflict altogether. Invisibility is tricky to master, but exceptionally useful. Good day.
Good to see you.
Or suggested I come
Is
to
he
you.
now? Does he have information about our wonderful discovery?
I found a certain book called Night of Tears.
Is that the one about something buried beneath Sarthal? Something that men and Nair fought over? I'll have to make a point of rereading it. I don't recall the details. I just can't seem to tear myself away. Whatever this is, its beauty is like nothing I've ever seen before. If you'd allow me to indulge myself for a moment, I thought I might make a few observations. I'm sure you've already noticed the markings. They're quite unlike anything we've seen before. Eliad, Bremer, Daedric, or even Thalna. None of them are a match. Quite curious indeed. Now, I'm not sure that you're quite as attuned as I am, given my extensive years of experience, but can you feel them? This marvelous object, it practically radiates magic. Yet it's unlike anything I've felt before. Archmage,
I have many important
hardly work. Hopefully
Your
we'll have
concerns
more
are not
information soon.
I'm afraid I must.
No,
It is urgent that I speak with your associate immediately.
This is most inappropriate. We're involved in serious research.
Yes, I've no doubt of its gravity. This, however, is a matter that cannot wait.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never been interrupted like this before. The audacity. I suppose we'll continue this at some later time, when we can avoid interruption.
I need you to come with me immediately. Let's go.
I don't understand what's going on.
Will allow me to clarify the situation. I'd like to know why there's someone claiming to be from the Sigil Order here in the college. More importantly, I'd like to know why he's asking for you specifically. So we're going to go have a little chat with him and find out exactly what it is he wants.
Why are you so certain about this? Concerned about
I'll
us?
be the one asking the questions. All you need to know is that the Sigil Order is a rogue organization, believing themselves to be above the law. They have clashed with the Old Mary Dominion before, and I have no intention of allowing that to happen here. Now, you are going to speak to this monk and find out why he was here, and then he will be removed from college grounds.
I don't like him. I believe.
Please do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm.
What?
It is good to meet you in person.
What's going on? What happened to
I'd
everyone?
simply like to talk to you. I've given us a chance to speak privately, but I'm afraid I can't do this for long. We must be brief. The situation here at your college is of dire importance, and attempts to contact you, as we have previously, have failed. I believe it is due to the very source of our concern. This object, the Eye of Magnus, as your people have taken to calling it. The energy coming from it has prevented us from reaching you with the visions you have already seen. The longer it remains here, the more dangerous the situation becomes. And so I have come here personally to tell you it must be dealt with.
If it's that dangerous, then why don't you do something
I'm
about it?
afraid it's not that simple. You must understand the Sigil Order does not typically intervene directly in events. My presence here will be seen as an affront to some within the Order. As soon as we have finished, I will be leaving your college. I'm all aware that my arrival has aroused suspicion, especially in Onkana, your Thalmor associate. Nevertheless, my Order will not act directly.
You must take it upon yourself to do so.
Why should I trust you or your order?
I presume you refer to Onkano's distaste for the Sijic Order. The Tholmor see our order as a threat because we have power, and we will not allow them to control us. I assure you that we mean you no harm.
It's not that I don't trust you, I just don't know you. But what exactly is the
This
problem?
object, the Eye, is immensely powerful. The world is not ready for it. If it remains here, it will be misused. Indeed, many in the Order believe it has already. Rather, something will happen soon, something that cannot be avoided.
What do you expect from me then?
We believe that your efforts should be directed towards dealing with the aftermath, but we cannot predict what that will be. I fear I have already overstepped the bounds of my order, but I will offer this. Seek out the Augur of Dunlane here in your college. His perception may be more coherent than ours.
Who was Olgar?
He was once a student here at the college. Now he is something different.
Where can I find this Olgar?
I am unsure. He is somewhere within the college. Surely one of your colleagues must know his location. I am sorry I cannot provide you with further help, but this conversation requires a great deal of effort on my part. Now, I'm afraid I must leave you. We will continue to watch over you and guide you as best we can. It is within you to succeed. Never forget that.
I'm sorry. Were you about to say something? I'm not sure what happened. A monk from the Sijic Order. Here after all these years, and then he just leaves. I hope we didn't offend him somehow.
What is specific?
Beyond asking for you, he never said. Very strange indeed.
Have you ever heard of the Ogre of
You
Dunlane?
have been telling stories again? I thought I made it quite clear that this was a subject inappropriate for conversation. Please, don't allow him to continue to discuss the subject. Now, if you'll excuse
What is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't understand.
Don't play coy. You asked to see a specific member of the college. Here he is. Now what is it that you want?
There's been a misunderstanding. Clearly, I should not be here. I shall simply take my leave.
What? What trickery is this? You're not going anywhere until I find out what you're up to.
I am not up to anything. I apologize if I have offended you in any way.
We will see about this.
what you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several if you're talented. It's no secret that the college's reputation in Skyrim is tainted.
Dungeon research might be a problem here.
Not often, no. Some risks must be taken to be sure. I am simply trying to avoid untimely deaths. We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what Skyrim thinks of us.
What's the purpose of the college?
Purpose? I should think it's self-evident. Magic is a true power, not something to be shunned by commoners, or treated as an amusing diversion by politicians. It shapes worlds, creates and destroys life. It deserves proper respect and study. The college is a place where we can focus on that, without the pressures of the world weighing down on us.
I'd like to know more about the
I've
college's
seen
system.
documents dating back to the late Second Era. Beyond that, it's hard to say. Events in the last several hundred years resulted in a significant loss of our history, I'm afraid.
What happened in the last few hundred
The
years?
Great Collapse, as it has come to be known. An unfortunate natural disaster that ravaged the area. The college fared far better than the city of Winterhold, but it was not left untouched.
What caused the great collapse?
No one is sure of the cause. Some believe the eruption of Red Mountain had far-reaching consequences that were only felt years later. I know there are some who have blamed the college, said that we were responsible. I assure you this is not the case.
Thank you.
Even with the pump. There are some experiments the college frowned.
Master.
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man hope.
Have you ever heard of the Omar of the
Well now, there's a name I haven't heard in some time. My goodness, it's been years since I've spoken with him. I suppose he's still down in the Midmore, but I haven't checked. Are you going to see him? Do tell him hello for me, won't you?
Who is the
Underneath the college. It's not the nicest place, so if you go down there, please do be careful.
Thanks. Do you have anything to tell, Master?
Mm-hmm.
You are new, yes? Have you mastered the expert-level distraction spells yet?
Oh.
Until next time.
This better be good.
Are all old
The
strongholds
strongholds keep to themselves. Skyrim hasn't always been kind to the orcs. For an outsider like you to be accepted, an orc would have to make you blood kin and send word to the chiefs. Trust like that is not freely given. Fight well.
Alright, I'm ready. See if I can just have these couple with my phone. No. Tory. I guess every legend has its truth. Like to contact me.
Your perseverance will only lead to disappointments. Still, you persist. Very well. You may enter.
So you're over.
I am that which you have been seeking. Your efforts are in vain. It has already begun. Those who have sent you have not told you what they seek, what you seek.
I was told from, and what is it that I seek?
That which all who wield magic seek, knowledge. You shall find this. Knowledge will corrupt. It will destroy. It will consume. You seek meaning, shelter in knowledge. You will not find it. The Thalmor sought the same thing, and it shall lead to his end, as it has so many others.
I'm not the first to come
No,
to you.
though you may be the last. The one who calls himself Ancano has sought my knowledge as well, through very different questions. Your path differs from most. You are being guided, pushed towards something. It is a good path, one untraveled by many. It is a path that can save your college. I will tell you what you need to know to follow it further.
What do I need?
And those aiding you wish to know more about the Eye of Magnus. You wish to avoid the disaster of which you are not yet aware. To see through Magnus's eye without being blinded, you require his staff. Events now spiral quickly towards the inevitable center. So you must act with haste. Take this knowledge to your archmage.
Archmage. Wow. Damn. Hell. There. Never mind. We're at the old college. It's a cool, yeah. That's so cool. Master.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several if you're talented.
I have important information for you.
And what might that be?
We need to find the Staff of Magnus.
What? Well, I'd certainly love to have such a powerful staff, but I'm not really sure that any of us need it.
We can castle to the orb.
And how do you know of this?
I spoke to Ogre at the
Did you
meeting.
really? And he specifically mentioned the staff of Magnus? I'm impressed with your initiative. Of course, someone will need to follow up on this.
You need, don't you?
I certainly do. Since you went so far as to seek out the Augur for advice, I thought you'd be more enthusiastic. Something as specific and ancient as the Staff of Magnus. I'm not sure we'd ever find something like that. I seem to recall Mirabelle mentioning the staff somewhat recently. Why don't you see if she can tell you anything? I'm quite pleased with your progress, you know. You've certainly proven yourself to be more than a mere apprentice. Well done. This circlet once proved invaluable to me. I hope it can be of use to you now. Yes.
If you have a moment, could you help me with something?
What do you need
We're
help
all
with?
trying to become better mages, right? Well, I need someone I can practice a few spells on. Nothing dangerous, really. Would you be willing to assist me?
What's in it for me?
Well, I simply thought you might wish to help out one of your fellow mages. If that's not enough, I suppose I have this amulet you could take. Oh,
Okay,
good.
so
I was afraid I'd have to go ask J'zargo. Now, you there. Please hold still, and don't move.
Good to see Skyrim.
There! Now I...
You give an
Oh
old
dear.
man hope.
That wasn't supposed to happen. Do you feel all right? You look very, green. I am so very sorry. I went over this again and again, and I was sure it would have better results.
okay. Tell me this isn't permanent.
It's not. It shouldn't be. You'll be back to normal in no time. And when you are, we can try this again, and I'll be sure to get it right. Until next time. I still need some help, if you can spare the time. Exactly as I said it would. Now, are you ready to try again? I am confident it will work this time.
Okay,
This will be
let's do it.
Okay, now don't move at all. Oh my. That isn't right. Just
What
wait.
am I?
I can fix this. Oh no. That's not
Why am I a horse?
This really isn't turning out the way I'd hoped.
Stop telling me into
This
things.
time, I swear. There. All better. Well, it all worked out in the end, didn't it?
Let's never speak of this
Agreed.
again.
And thank you for your help. You're a good friend. Farewell.
Good to see you.
I need your help with something. Something private. Yes,
What's wrong?
but it needs to be kept quiet. I may have entered into an agreement with Enther. He had something I needed, so I traded him something of mine. It was a mistake, and now I want back what I gave him. It's an amulet that belonged to my family. I never should have given it to Enther. But he won't deal with me. Talk to him. See what it'll take to get my amulet back. I'd better
Fine.
get going.
My body. After being transformed into so many different things occurs.
I'm working on some very important research, I assure you. The exact nature of my research is a secret, I'm afraid, but it really is quite valuable.
Is there any close business I can
You mean
assist
the
with?
official sort of business? Well, no, not really. But I can't help but notice that you're doing quite well for yourself, rising through the ranks and all. It may not be official, but there is a project I've been working on. I wonder if perhaps you could assist with it.
Can you tell me more about this project of yours?
Yes. No, I don't think so. Not at this point. It's just that, well, I'm not even really sure it's going to amount to anything just yet. All theoretical right now, you understand? But the implications are quite intriguing, I think. I simply need some experimental results to confirm my suspicions. Just bring me some Dwemer cogs. I need to examine them for the methods used in forging them. 10 of them should be enough for me to get a better understanding of how they were crafted. That's all I need, all right?
Okay.
Please
Master,
don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary.
do you have anything
Well,
to
it
tell?
depends on what you're looking for. Varalda can teach destruction spells and offers training in that school. Finis is one of the best conjurers in all of Skyrim and can help with spells from that school. Don't let Tolfdir fool you. He's the preeminent scholar on alteration, one of the best in Tamriel, and always willing to pass on his knowledge. If you can find him and focus his attention, there's a great deal Drevis can teach you about illusion magic. And finally, there's Colette. She may be difficult to get along with. She's very knowledgeable when it comes to restoration magic. Well, now that's an odd question. Why in the world would you be asking?
It may be connected to the Eye of Magnus.
The Eye of Magnus? I can appreciate that this thing, this orb, it's very impressive. Very unique and definitely worth studying. But let's not jump to any conclusions or assign it importance beyond what we're certain of.
The Oracle reference referred to it as the Eye of Magnus, not me.
The Augur. Just what have you gotten yourself involved in? Whatever is going on, whatever you're up to, be very careful.
Just tell me where to find the damn staff.
Well, it's said to be very powerful. Has the capacity to store an incredible amount of magical power, as the story goes. But it's more myth than anything at this point. I've no doubt that it actually exists, but no one has seen it in, what, decades? Longer? I'm not sure. The only time I've heard it mentioned was when those Synod characters showed up some months ago looking for it.
Who are the single?
Mages based out of Cyrodiil. They fancy themselves the imperial authority on magic these last few hundred years. My understanding is that all they really do is make noise in an attempt to curry favor from the Emperor. Lots of politics, little magic. I was quite surprised to find them on our doorstep. They seemed amiable enough, but their line of questioning made me uneasy. It became clear they're trying to hoard powerful artifacts, looking to consolidate power.
So no one knows where the soul of the staff of
No one here does. The Synod seemed convinced it was somewhere in Skyrim. They inquired about the ruins of Mizulft, but that's all I remember. It sounded like they were heading there, though they were rather secretive about why. I suppose if you're intent on looking for the staff, there's a chance they might be in Mizulft yet. Just don't expect them to be cooperative.
As a whole. What?
I think the college is due for a change in leadership.
Sakulia, Dextokro, Masubo. Yeah, this is it. What the hell? That's a force hunter's ship. Interesting. Force hunters are actually real. No. Yeah.
Gone. Find Paratus. Inoculary.
No. Whatever I confirm on here is that one magic will work. In this room. Great power within the eye. All who wield it will fall. Into great darkness, a blindness of fire. Ah. My eyes. Ah.